Hey guys, it's Rob here. So today I am going to be rebuilding this leg cylinder. At least I'm going to be trying to. Um, Basically, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've explained this at least a couple times. Maybe I haven't, so I'll do it again. Uh, Basically, I'm having to rebuild this older Chicago cylinder because uh, the previous owner of Beach Bear Snow decided to replace this cylinder with a Bimba. And when he did that, he ended up getting one that was too small. And it basically was just not big enough to lift up the leg fast enough. It's still strong enough to lift it up, but during performances, usually oftentimes the legs will be like just very quickly activated, and it takes like half a second or something like that for it to start lifting up after being activated. So it rarely ever lifts up during performances. So obviously, and that's even with like being fully open, the flows for that. So what I'm doing is I'm just basically going to be rebuilding this cylinder because yeah, it's the only thing I can really do for now. I could try and replace it with another one because okay, yeah, this sticker's basically coming off. I don't need it. But yeah, so I went ahead and had my grandpa go ahead and take the top part off because again, these are really difficult to get off, and I'm guessing it was harder than usual because it was rounded, because this is all scratched up, which I don't think it was before. Not a big deal, because surface damage is not going to cause too many issues, as long as it's just scratches like that. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and take a peek inside, though, because, yeah, just see, because I think I actually have, apparently the seal needed to rebuild this is one I've actually already done before. Like, I already have one, because I think... I think I've got spares of the U-cups. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Is it a U-cup? I don't know. Let me get inside and we'll just check everything out. Hopefully it's not too hard compared to the CNVs. Okay, so I took it apart and it's not very different from what I can tell. But I mean, ooh, I just realized it looks kind of bad in there. I don't know. Oh, it looks fine. It looks weird, though. But, yeah, so basically, the difference with the Chicagos appear to be that the bottom part does not come off. And other than that, I mean, it looks generally the same, though there is one difference, which I'm still trying to figure out. I've asked somebody about it, so hopefully, I'll figure it out. But right here, you can see this little piece that is not like the others, and I don't see an O-ring, like a nose O-ring in here. So I don't know exactly where it is. I'll figure it out. I've gotten the rest of them out though. And there were a couple bad ones. This U-cup that was on here did rip a little bit when I was trying to get it out, and so I was like, oh no. But then I figured out that I had a U-cup in my collection of stuff that is the same size and thickness. Like, I made sure to compare it. It is the same size and thickness. And same with this bumper, which, by the way, was too thick. I don't know what the person replacing it was thinking. I found another one in my... I actually found two, because the first one I found was a little bit scratched, and I was like, I wanted to make sure it's perfect. And yeah, I found it. So already I've found a couple of replacements just in my own collection without having to pay any money. So that's pretty cool. I guess rebuilding multiple cylinders has just led to me amassing a pretty sizable collection of stuff. So finding replacements is not as hard, surprisingly. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna figure out if the Chicagos can even be washed. The CMVs obviously can, but I've heard these can actually rust. So I don't know if you can actually use that or not. So we'll see. If we don't, then I'll just hand clean it and re-grease and do, the rest of the stuff, as soon as I figure out how to get that nose ring out. So yeah, I will update y'all again once we figure that out. Okay, so with the help of somebody, I did figure it out. So basically that thing on the inside was a little clip. And it was actually pretty easy to get out. Like literally I just took this little pick here and just took it right out pretty much. And then there was a little U-cup that came right out after that. And then at the very top here, they told me, there was a leather ring. And I was also able to get that out pretty easily. So yeah, overall, this was actually easier than taking off the rings and U-cups of a C and V, which I did not think I'd say, but even though there's a bit more to it, it's still easier in my opinion, at least just based off of this one cylinder. Because the nose rings on the C and Vs are frustratingly hard to get off. Like, oh my word, I hate them. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the metal pieces and clean them, because apparently they are the same pretty much as C and V. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to that. Okay, so I've went ahead and cleaned them, so you can see here. There is still a bit of gunk, but overall it is pretty clean, including this, which was definitely harder to get to because can't take this bottom piece off, these Chicagos. But yeah, overall, much cleaner, so we are ready to grease and then put the O-rings and U-cups back on. Okay, so I finally rebuilt the cylinder. One thing I did not account for when originally doing this was that because this bottom piece can't come off, I actually had to get the rod in while this bottom piece is still on. Because normally, the way you do these rods, you put them in, is you put a U-cup on one side, put it in, then put the edge on. I'm sorry, not put the edge on, but you basically just pull it out on this side and then put the other one in. But I had to actually put one in while a U-cup was already on, rather than just, you know, putting it on this side, then putting it through. So did have to use, so I used like just a piece of dried wipe in order to do that. I would probably recommend using something a little bit more professional, but you know, it's just what I had on hand, so I did that. And I think it worked. It doesn't sound like it's scraping, so that's good. So yeah, might have to figure out how to get this fully tightened because, again, it's round. It's not shaped like a hexagon or whatever, like the C and V's are. So can't really wrench tight it like I normally would. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see about that. But other than that, it is finished and ready to go on the animatronic. So that's pretty nice. Okay, quick update. It has been tightened, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put it back on the bot whenever I get the chance to, which should be pretty soon. So yeah. All right, so I have went ahead and put on the fittings, so it'll work perfectly for going back here. Yeah, we haven't been able to get the the Bimba cylinder off fully. I think we're gonna try and do that tomorrow, but yeah, we did manage to get the fittings off, or I did. And yeah, so I will be trying to get this installed tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. Tomorrow's July 4th, so might be too busy. We'll see. Okay, so I just got the Bimba out, and yeah, it is a little bit smaller than the Chicago here. Just a little bit, not too much, but yeah, I suppose that's why it was not working properly, because it wasn't being able to push enough air. So yeah, let's go ahead and install this one. Okay, so as you can see here, the cylinder is now fully installed. Well, almost fully installed. Technically, the set screws do need to be put in where that pin is at the back, but other than that, it is fully installed. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Next Beach Bear performance will be showing off the strumming hand, which is a whole nother video thing. I'm not sure if I've posted it by the time this is up or yet, but yeah. And then should also show, yeah, this new cylinder, which is gonna allow this leg to properly move. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.